Hi, Sensei Paul here, making this video on what in many dojos is called the knife hand block. Knife hand block. Now, knife hand block is usually done from back stance, and I'm not going to use any traditional names for this. This is simply for beginners to traditional karate, whatever karate form you use. Hopefully this will be useful for you. So the knife hand block is sometimes used as an attack, right? So you're striking with this part of your arm. The ulnar bone in particular is one of the striking areas I like to engage my opponent with. And it is very strong. It may not feel as powerful to you because you've not trained the move. And so I like to hit the makiwara, which is a board with essentially leather on top or rope tied around a big chunk of wood. And hitting something like that makes your hand stronger and more powerful. The other thing you can do is practice on a bag or in the air, much like shadowboxing. To make this move powerful, think energy or chi or prana, but also think about the physics and the dynamics of the body. Breath and exhalation can make the movement more powerful. Remember, an oxygenated muscle is more efficient than one that is not. Plus, when you do the move, there are a few things you can do to enhance it and strengthen it and make it far more effective. Before you strike, bring your hand right up to your ear and pull the other hand back like this. So it's a little bit like making hikite, pulling the opposite hand back to your hip. And essentially that is what it is. You're pulling this hand back and bringing it up just around chest height below your pec. Okay, again, other side. Another way you can make it stronger is by squeezing those elbows and pulling back so that the whole movement becomes more elastic and propels the striking arm forward. So there are many ways you can use this move, many ways. You can even use it as a joint block or a takedown. That's for another video. Here, think of it as blocking a punch or striking someone around this area here across the neck. If you gently tap this area, gently, you feel how vulnerable that actually is on you, especially if you're not a trained fighter and you've never done any kumite or MMA or anything of that sort before. So squeezing, pulling, and twisting your hip. Kind of the opposite of how you twist your hip if you were punching Yakuzuki, reverse punch. Practice that move over and over and over again In a Japanese dojo, you would practice the leg movements followed by the arm movements, done slowly, and then again and again and again, over and over, until the movement becomes strong and powerful. And then you would practice with a partner, and you'd practice over and over again, and finally you would do some kumite and perhaps fighting, and perhaps look at how you could use that in a fight. You don't see this sort of thing in sports karate, but it's certainly a very, very, very powerful and effective technique to use in self-defense. Train hard, and I will see you in the next video. Os.